Adventure Kids. Today, on this week of two contestants battling it out nicely, we are going to have two contestants battle it out nicely. But I just want to state, leaders, you can give the children their equipment, and children who are in Adventure Kids right now, the leaders will give you your equipment. And anyone who is sitting at home, sad that they cannot participate, don't worry, you can participate too. Just get some Lego, ask your parents for some Lego, and then ask them to critique it, just so you can indulge in this wonderful experience. Today, we have two lovely competitors with Miss Charlotte.
Hi guys, it's your favourite leader here.
And my mother.
Well, hello. I gave him life. Hi, Ariel.
Hello. So, we have your second favourite leader and the life giver. They are going to be duking it out in a battle to see who can make the better Lego horse. And I will critique it at the end just to see whose Lego horse is fit for war and whose is going to stay in the stable. Are you two contestants ready?
Yeah.
Ready!
We'll start the battle in 3, 2, 1. Build! And as we can see, Miss Charlotte is starting off very strong, while Mother is doing something.
Calm and collected.
But still going very slow. But I bet she can still do it. Oh, Miss Charlotte has already got the legs done and assembled.
Does it need legs?
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
Oh no, with a sad, horrible, drastic event, Miss Charlotte's legs of the horse have fallen apart, while Mother's is still a Jim Jam. 3, 2, 1. Stop building! Stop building! Stop building! Stop building! Now, let's look at Miss Charlotte's Lego horse over here. As we can see, it actually has legs
Sturdy legs.
and a torso with part of its neck being built.
Amen.
I would give that a 6 out of 10. And mothers, we have
Sitting down.
a swan, which wasn't the idea, but it's a good swan, so I'll rate it a 4 out of 10 because it looks like a swan. And as you can see, we have a winner
Yes.
of Miss Charlotte.
Whoa, your favourite leader wins again. Hey.
Second favorite leader wins again.
Okay.
And then we
Alright.
have Mother, my sad mother in her corner. She's fine. So, this was a fantastic battle. Very, just indescribable. So, we are now going to go over to worship with the others.
I am so excited to be here and to worship with you this morning, Adventure Kids. So why don't you stand up if you're not already standing, and let's dance together. Come on. Come on, let's sing this together. Have you heard of the one called Savior? Have you heard of his perfect love? Have you heard of the one in heaven? Have you heard how he gave his son? 'Cause I have found this love, and I believe in the Son. Show me your way. Jesus, you are my best friend, and you will always be. Nothing will ever change that. Jesus, you are my best friend, and you will always be. Nothing will ever change that. Come on, let's sing. I believe in the one called Savior. I believe he's the risen one. I believe that I'll live forever. I believe that my King will come. 'Cause I found this love, and I believe in the sun. Show me your way. Jesus, you are my best friend, and you will always be. Nothing will ever change that. Jesus, you are my best friend, and you will always be. Nothing will ever change that. 'Cause nothing will ever change that. 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 Come on, let's sing one more time. Jesus, you are my best friend, and you will always be. Nothing will ever change that. Jesus, you are my best friend, and you will always be. Nothing will ever change that. Come on, are you glad that Jesus can be your best friend this morning? Come on, let's all sing together. Jesus, you are my best friend, you will always be. Nothing will ever change that. Jesus, you are my best friend, you will always be. Nothing will ever, come on, nothing will ever change that. 'Cause nothing will ever change that. Nothing will ever change that. Nothing will ever change that. Nothing will ever change
Hey Adventure Kids! Well, I'm out for a walk today, and do you know what? There are some absolutely beautiful trees around. So nice. And you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Garden of Eden. Have you ever heard of that before? Well, it's this really beautiful place that was around at the start of the world. It's when God created Adam and Eve, and he put them in the garden to look after it, take care of it, and all the animals that were around. But do you know what? One day this snake came along, and he got all up in their faces because they had one rule, you see. Their one rule was that they weren't allowed to eat from this one tree. But this snake got in their face and said, "Are you sure? Maybe you should just eat from it and it won't be a big deal." And so you know what? Eve and Adam both ate fruit from that tree. They did the thing that God asked them not to do. And it didn't end very well. Didn't end very well for them at all. So that's what today's story is about, because we are going to be learning about shame today. Well, after Adam and Eve had done that, they actually just felt really bad about it because they knew they'd done something wrong. I wonder if you've ever felt like that when you got something wrong. Just that feeling inside like, oh no, I feel so bad. I know I have. And you know what? That feeling is called shame. Sometimes it can bubble up inside of us. Sometimes it can just make us feel really embarrassed, or just really, I don't know, sometimes it can feel a bit like it hurts and it's really sad. This is what happened with Adam and Eve after they'd done something wrong. But do you know what? God actually really helps us with that, because he sent someone really amazing into the world. This man called Jesus. So God sends us Jesus, and Jesus comes into the world, and do you know what? He dies for us. And he does that so that we can have this really amazing relationship with God, where we know that we're forgiven for all the things that we get wrong. And it's really, really awesome, because it means that we don't have to be like Adam and Eve, who actually they hid from God. They hid from him because they were so ashamed of what they had done. But we don't need to be like that. We can actually come to God so freely, knowing that we can say sorry and he will forgive us because of what Jesus did. Isn't that awesome? Well guys, I'm going to get going now, but I actually want just to remind you this week how important it is that when you get stuff wrong, when you start to feel that feeling of shame inside, that you don't hide away and you don't sit there with it feeling really bad, but actually that you today or this week would just try saying sorry maybe to, if it was someone that you hurt, and saying sorry to God, and knowing that he is going to forgive you, because he always will. And I want to leave you with that this week, guys. So you can just take a moment, if that's even you right now, and you can just say, Father God, thank you for sending Jesus, and please forgive me for the thing that I did wrong. And just know that he will. And that is it for this week, guys. And I'm going to see you next week. I'm going to carry on with the rest of my work. Bye.